It's Lindsay. It's Thursday, February 19th, 2026. And I was thinking more about, well, I think a lot about a lot of things, but when this man, and I have to talk about this because he still keeps coming around here, hoovering me and trying to mess with my emotions and my healing and all that, and my peace. Because he's a controlling individual who sees me or seems to think I'm an object, whatever. And I've talked about this ad nauseum, and I don't even want to have to talk about it anymore. And I know, but this is what makes these people mad, is I keep on exposing their agenda of trying to destroy me because they've tried everything to shut me up, to try to blacklist me, to hire people to forge documents, fake lawyer, everything you can imagine these people have tried. And I still keep on talking about it because I see through the bullshit and their manipulations and lies and all their connections and all the intimidations that they do to try to scare me or shame me or embarrass me and all that crap. Well, I'm beyond that. I already went through all that cycle of being embarrassed and all that. That I had to, and not really, doesn't really affect me anymore. Because why? Because I believe in myself, and I know that I'm telling the truth, and I know that this is for legal purposes, what I'm doing for my own justice, which I deserve. That's why I'm doing this, because it's been going on for too long, and I have the right to voice my thoughts and everything else, because nobody else is going to do that for me. I know my story. I know what's going on. I know clearly what's happening. And I also don't forget details. I don't forget details, and I see so much gaslighting that's happened to try to make me look crazy, delusional, schizophrenic, bipolar, whatever, so that I am forced to have to doubt my own perception of reality, which is not going to work, because I know how people gaslight, and I know what I see, I know what I hear, and I go with my instincts, and I am usually correct about my instincts. Almost 98% of the time, I'm correct with my intuition about people, about their lies, and I catch on real quickly and catch them in lie after lie after lie. And nowadays, I can be around a person for all of 10 minutes and tell that they're fucking lying to me, or less than that. I see straight through it. It doesn't work with me. And so when this man, this Valdez, showed up here, I guess it was like Monday on his day off, he said, because I don't know if he still, I do not know where he works for real. I have no fucking idea what he really does, to be honest with you. I really don't even, whatever. If he does work at that place, it's because he's being contracted there to do something that's probably involving something that could have something to do with sex trafficking or human trafficking or money laundering. I don't know, but it's all, I can see through his fucking lies about that job. There's something beyond his just working as a quote unquote shoe salesman. I think it's more like a like he's almost like a fucking male escort or something like that. That he gets these clients, and I don't want to talk. It makes me sick to think about what he really does, or what he also does at that so-called, at that job. Okay, there's more to it than just selling shoes and getting a commission selling fancy shoes and jewelry and clothes. Hello, I'm not fucking stupid. But so when I did go to his home, that I guess it was this past Monday, what I noticed was, okay, I brought my purse inside. The zipper on my purse is broken. I can't get the thing to zip up correctly and so I brought, I always keep, I had my water bottle, my little spray bottle in there, my wallet, whatever, my little makeup bag. And I know that I did not have, okay, I know what was in my purse when I left. Okay, I know what I had with me. So what I noticed at some point when I was at his house and I got up to do, like, I was looking around at, I was looking at photos on the mantle and on various photos that they had around their house, in frames, and, because I was curious. And then I did use the bathroom. I had to urinate, so I asked if I could use the bathroom, which I used the bathroom. And I noticed that after I finished, there was no running water in the sink. There was no water that I could get to come out of the faucet in the bathroom. And I didn't say anything to anybody about it, but I was like, okay, well, there's no water. Or what? So then, what I noticed is that when I went back to, his mother wanted to show me the photo album of the, her church wedding with the wedding that she had with the man she's married to, his stepfather, because I guess first they got married by a court or justice of peace, and then they had like a real ceremony at a church, some Catholic church in downtown. I forget the name of some St. Mary's or some Catholic church. And that was probably, I don't know, I think it was like in around that. I think that those photos were from around 2016 or 15 or something. I don't know exactly. But I was looking at those photos of all that, their official church wedding, that is to say his mother and his stepfather. And there are a lot of nice photos, a lot of people, and and then there's a picture of Lewis standing with his ex-wife in the pew at the church, standing up, and so I saw a side profile of her, but nonetheless, that's the only photo I saw of her. And then, but what I noticed is when I sat back down on that sofa, that there was a pair of socks, just like the ones that I have, that I wear a lot. These black socks with like this kind of white diagonal zigzag design on them. And they are folded up on top of my purse. The same pair of socks that I wear. I have several pairs of the same pair of socks. Well, a pair of socks like that were folded up on top of my purse, like in a way that I don't fold my socks like that. They're very neatly folded up. And I'm like, what? I'm looking at it. It was like right on top of my purse. And I'm thinking, I didn't bring these here. What? And I said something like, what's this? I didn't bring these socks with me. And I was like, okay, that's weird. And then I said something to him, and he just said, you must have had them in your purse. And I said, no, I didn't. I know that I didn't have those in my purse. But I know that I didn't have those pair of socks folded like that in my purse. I know for a fact I didn't. And so that's an example of gaslighting. I don't know what that was who got a pair of my socks, or somebody has a pair like mine, or I ordered them off Amazon. It's not, I'm sure other people have the same kind of socks, but I thought that was really odd. I was like, that's fucking weird, I'm thinking, because I know that I didn't bring those inside his house. In my purse. I know for a fact. And I'm not delusional. I know for a fact. So I'm like, what was that supposed to be about? What's the meaning behind that? And then the next day, here's what my point is, that the next day I went to H-E-B on New Braunfels and McCreeless, and I like to look at the pastries and cakes and whatnot. Yeah, big deal. I like to look at that stuff. Sometimes I even buy a cookie or brownie or a piece of cake or whatever the fuck. And I noticed that they had new cake, they had something called Sock It To Me cake, which I've never, and then they had a banana nut something cake. And I'm like, well, I've never seen these two. These are new. And normally it was just a chocolate or the lemon ring cake. It's like one of those ring cakes that, And so now they've got Socket to me, and they've got one that's some kind of banana crunch or something like that, banana pudding crunch. I'm like, well, okay, these are new. These two are new. And then when I saw that Socket to me, I'm thinking, okay, that sock. I started having that vision of the socks at his house. And I'm thinking, what the fuck? Why am I thinking about that? But it was weird because that registered with me somehow. I'm like, okay, I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why I put these people fucking watch everything. The government, these harassers, gang stalkers, they monitor everything I do, everything I buy, everything I do in this house. So they're obsessed with everything I buy at the store, everything I eat, everything I do. Like it's some kind of a big joke to these people, but I don't give a fuck what they think. I don't care what they think. So that happened. And I think that what I'm trying to say is that I believe that was done intentionally to try to, gaslight me or get me to think and make me overthink or try to draw the lines or connect dots like these people are always trying to get me to do, using food, using items in the clearance aisle at HEB, shit like that. They're always doing shit to target me, and I guarantee you they target me. I'm not a fool. I see this going on. Because I go, I'd have to be a fool to not figure this out or see it for what it is. So that happened on, I think it was Monday. And then, whatever. So yesterday, I said he shows up here when I was exercising on my treadmill. And then he was acting like just very hyperactive and like all lovey-dovey, like he was like acting so happy and excited to see me. And then I'm like, what is going on with this guy? Why is he so frantic and so hyperactive, and what is going on? Because, I know he's got a girlfriend on, I know I'm not dumb. I know had a girlfriend. I know he's engaged to somebody. Okay. I'm pretty sure. And whatever, I saw it on the Facebooks. Do you don't think I don't fucking research this stuff? If this man's been inside my house over and over and over again, I've let him in my bedroom, my house, all this shit, sharing all this information about him, don't you think I'm gonna fucking look at his fucking Facebook? Duh. Well, yeah, so that's how I figured that crap out. And then his Instagram. There you go. There's the answer right there. That was my closure. That he indeed was with someone else or is with someone else. And so, yeah. So I got my closure. But I'm not going to fucking shut up. I'm going to keep on fucking documenting this up because he's still hoovering me and harassing me and trying to get me to believe his bullshit fabricated lies about how his phone was hacked and she's crazy. She stole his phone and she's stalking him and this girl's obsessed with him. Oh, whatever. Yada, yada, yada. Yeah, right. Sure thing. And, so yesterday when he left, he kissed me and he said, do you like I'm like, that's the first time in all the time I've known him that he's ever even attempted to give me a kiss. The first time. The very first fucking time yesterday, after knowing him for more than 3 years, he all of a sudden, 3 years, maybe a little more than 3 years, he all of a sudden gives me a kiss on the lips. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, where is this coming from? What is going on? It's all meant to fuck with my head, to try to confuse me, to try to get me like this love bombing shit, this trauma bonding, whatever he's trying to do. It's like it's all an act, like he's like a fake act. He doesn't, why would he do that all of a sudden yesterday for the first time? Why? Why is he all of a sudden so eager to take me out to lunch or do that? Why? Why now? Why now, I want to know? And what is he hiding besides his relationship with this other woman that I found out about, this woman that he's engaged to, apparently? So, or maybe he's already married to her for all I fucking know. Why is he coming back to me over and over again? Just why? And then today he shows, and he's like, yesterday he's like, give me your phone number. I said, I'm not going to give you my phone number. And he tried to grab my phone again to look at my phone number. I said, no, I have your phone number. I'll call you. He's like, why won't you give it? He's like, I want to call you at work. I want to text you and call you at work. I said, no, I don't want to get involved with that toxic fucking drama shit going on at fucking Saks Fifth Avenue. Not again. No, sir. I'm not giving you my fucking phone number. Because that's all he does is creates all this fucking drama with all his fucking coworkers and clients and gets me in the middle of all that shit. And I said, no, you're not getting my fucking phone number. You're on probation. God damn it. No, I don't even trust you. And after as many times as I changed my number because of him, no. The answer is no. I said no. And then he's like, well, can let me see. My next day off is on Thursday, or this was yesterday. He's like, oh, I'm off tomorrow. Can I come over tonight? I said no. He's like, well, what about tomorrow? I'm off. Let's go to the Indian restaurant. I really, really want to go to the Indian restaurant. I really like that place. I said, oh, really? Did you? Wow. Gosh, I'm so glad you did. I'm glad that I introduced you to that restaurant because I love North Indian vegetarian food. I'm a vegetarian, you know. So he's like, oh, let's go again. And I said, well, I don't know, Lewis. I'm kind of busy. I've got a lot of things I'm working on right now, a lot of projects, and I'm trying to just fucking focus on myself right now. So I'm kind of busy. I don't know if I can go. I don't think I can go. I don't know. I said, I don't know. And so he's like, well, okay, I'm going to be there tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I said, okay, well, I'm telling you right now, I don't know if I can go. I'm just letting you know that I'm kind of busy, but whatever. Okay. So of course, he shows up. He showed up today, exactly around 1 o'clock. I had just, finished. And I was like, you know what? No, I don't really like, the truth of the matter is I don't really eat out that much. Because you know why? I don't fucking trust what anybody puts in my fucking food. Because I've been poisoned many a time at restaurants, and I honestly don't fucking trust anybody touching my fucking food. I like to cook my own food so I can see what the fuck I'm putting in it. That's just how I am from years and years of having my food fucked with and poisoned as a goddamn target individual. I kind of don't really trust restaurants, and especially buffets. Even though the Indian food is really good, you don't know what the fuck these people are doing in the kitchen. Honestly, last time I was at that place, I saw one of the cooks picking his nose. There was a man that you can see right through some glass right there by the buffet. He was standing there picking his fucking nose. Okay? And it's that's disgusting. And he did not have on any gloves. I'm like, I don't know who's touching my fucking food. And especially when it comes to certain kinds of cultures, you don't know what they're fucking doing. And people are not very nice. They don't like white people. They don't like Caucasian people. They might act like they do, but deep down, they fucking don't. And I know that. And I'm not saying that they're all out to get me, but I know how people are, and I've worked in my share of fucking restaurants, and I see what the fuck goes on in these kitchens. When somebody's having a bad day, what do? They spit in your fucking food, put a fingernail in there, God knows what else, a Band-Aid sometimes. There's a lot of fucked up shit that goes on in restaurants all over the place. And I'm shocked at how many people just eat out without even thinking about what the fuck is going on in these toxic, dirty kitchens of these restaurants. Maybe I should be like Marvin Zindler, Eyewitness News! Roaches in the ice machine. I mean, damn it. I'm just telling you, people are too trusting. And when it comes to your food, you need to be careful about that. That's why I prepare my own food. I like to. It's therapeutic. I enjoy it. I don't trust these delivery places or these box meals that you can order and have like a whole week in advance of a bunch of boxed meals and shit. How do you know what they're not fucking putting in your food? What the fuck, I'm sorry, but no, I like to cook. I love it. I enjoy it. And I know how to cook anything I fucking want to, if I want. It's pretty goddamn easy if you set your mind to it. It's not hard to do. It just takes a little bit of fucking time, and you have to fucking clean up the fucking mess and wash the fucking dishes, which is not that fucking hard to do. I don't leave dishes piled up in my sink. I wash them by hand. So it's enjoyable for me. I like it. And yeah, sometimes I'll eat out, but God knows, as a targeted person, I don't do that very much because I really, like I've already, I'm not going to repeat myself about what I just fucking talked about. So yeah, so he showed up today. I was cooking, and I just fucking ignored him. He was knocking, and I could hear his voice, and I just fucking ignored him. I didn't even bother to go look through the window or engage in any kind of conversation, because that would have led to a conflict or some kind of an argument or some kind of baiting or a gaslighting or some kind of great whatever the fuck it is, that he's trying to do to get me to react. Because that's what he's trying to do, is get me to react. And I just fucking ignored him. And by the way, I looked at the Facebook again this morning to see, because he's like, oh, I'm going to delete it all. I'm like, how can you delete it if your phone was hacked? And he's like, I was like, obviously you're the one who created your fucking profile. Nobody hacked into your fucking Facebook. That's a fucking lie. I'm almost sure of it. And so he's like, why don't you just delete the fucking profile then? Oh, yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm going to look at the fucking Facebook again to know that he's lying, to see if there's any changes. And sure enough, I looked at his Facebook, and now it looks like he's deleted her as his friend. This Nydia Cardenas is no longer on his friends list, right? But now he still has all the photos with all the cute little captions about the love of my life and Nydia, my love nest, Nydia, the love of my life nest, and all this shit. Oh, when is the weeding? Oh, as soon as she says yes, cuz. All the little cute, the nice little captions about his love of his life and when they're gonna get married and all that, yada yada and so on. So whatever, I saw all those cute all those photos of he and his twin flame, his soulmate or whatever, and the love of his life, who he's madly in love with. And I'm like, wow, and of course he's still in a relationship since August of 2025. And all the photos and all the cute photos of them at Luna Rosa dancing and having cocktails and meals at the bar and all that. Oh yeah, and the smiley, happy, look at us, a happy couple, and look how in love we are. And then I looked at her. I was like, I'm going to look at her profile, and she says that now she's single. Her status says that she's single. Even though a couple days, last time it said that she was in a relationship, now it says she's single. Interesting. Who's tampering with their Facebook? Is it Lewis or is it her? Or is it some unknown source? Maybe it's a ghost or a higher power or what? Wow. But he thinks I'm too dumb. He's such a lie. It's like he expects me to believe all his gaslighting and lies. So nonetheless, I did see all that this morning. I was like, I just don't fucking care. I'm just doing it to validate the truth. What I already know to be true. I don't give a fuck who he's with. I couldn't care less. Because he's a liar. I don't need liars in my life and people who fuck with my head and emotions. I don't need that shit from him or anybody. So then he So yeah, I just ignored him today, and I just didn't. He came knocking on the back door and all that. Lindsay, answer the door. I need you. Come on, I want to go to. Come on. I just fucking ignored him, and then he finally just drove. I heard him slam the gate really hard in my porch, and he drove away really, really fast in an angry. He sped away. I could hear the roar of the fucking engine going really fast and the slamming of my gate in my porch. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, at least he's gone now. And he had on the same, I'm pretty sure he's wearing the same outfit that he always wears. It's either the white shirt or the blue shirt and the shorts. He's always wearing the same outfit to seem, and that's okay. But it's like his uniform. It's like it makes me think that, okay, probation officer, or a cop, or what are you? It's like I don't know what to think, but he's always wearing a uniform when he comes over here. So I'm like, okay, you're a government something. Okay, cool. What do you want with me, dude? What's up? What you want? What's up? So anyway, that happened, and I'm just like, okay, it is kind of funny, but at the same time, it's not, because I'm completely over that. I'm over it, but I'm just documenting. I'm over it. I don't even, it's like I gave up a long time ago after realizing that he was lying and future faking and manipulating me and gaslighting me and spreading fucking fake rumors about me and doing a fucking smear campaign about me, telling everybody that I'm crazy, which is bullshit. So what do you expect me to sit there and remain silent and let this shit go? No, I fucking talk about it, as I have the right to do. So that is that.